7 years ago, my wife and I got back from our honeymoon, and a week later, she went into the doctor for what she thought was just some routine gallbladder pain, and was told later that night that she had 15 to 20 tumors on her liver. That was a Friday. By Monday, every health professional that was around was trying very nicely and kindly to find a way to tell me that they thought my wife was going to pass away. My wife lived 1 week. We went through a series of tests for a number of months, passing from specialist to specialist, until we got to UNMC, where a woman who had absolutely no reason to see our case, she was a pediatric liver transplant specialist named Dr. Wendy Graham, walked into a room, looked me in the eye, and said, "We're going to find out what's wrong with your wife." 6 months later, she walked out of an operating room, walked into a waiting room, put her arm around me and said, "Your wife is cancer-free." Now, today's a great day. It's a really great day because we're breaking ground today on a project that has the potential to do remarkable things. As ambitious as it may sound, it is entirely possible because of a project like this that Omaha, Nebraska could be the place where cancer is cured. I know that sounds like an ambitious thing, but research facilities like this one are where the cure to cancer is going to be found, and we will find it so long as we support projects like this. Now, I know we're in the middle of, obviously, a mayoral race, and we have two candidates to choose from. And obviously there are a lot of little issues that come up during the course of the campaign and during the course of a mayoral process. But you don't vote for an issue, you vote for a person. And this right now speaks, this project in particular, speaks to the difference in the two candidates as people. When it came down to this project, this Cancer Research Center, Mayor Suttle said yes, and Councilwoman Stothard said no. Now, she's gone around saying things to various people that suggest that she didn't say no to the project, but she did, because what she said no to was paying for it. And if you support something, you don't support it with words, you support it with actions, and you support it with money. From family budgets to city council budgets, we pay for the things that are most important to us. We find a way to pay for the things that matter. And when it came down to paying for this, Mayor Suttle said yes, and Jean Stothard said no. And I think that speaks to a larger course of action that goes on throughout this entire campaign. Time and again, I have seen the mayor step up and say yes to things that were hard to say yes to, and find ways to pay for it, because that's what leadership is supposed to do. But time and again, I've heard Councilwoman Stothard say no to those very same things, and then sometimes try and take credit for it by saying she did support the center, or going to the ribbon-cutting ceremony for a project she voted against funding. Now, I don't know what anyone else's story out there is, but anybody who's had a struggle with cancer or had a struggle with a serious illness knows that support means a willingness to sacrifice, means a willingness to make sure that the most important things get taken care of. And when it comes down to looking at this election, this project is a reflection of the two candidates that we have to choose from. One who says yes to the potential for this future, one who says yes to projects that matter, that are important to us, and one who says no over and over again. 7 years ago, I got told that my wife was going to die. And it was an experience that I wish upon no one else in this world. And because of a project that Mayor Suttle has supported since the beginning, there's a possibility that more families won't have to hear that news. And so that, and for that reason above all others, I am a big supporter of the mayor.